Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Health Secretary claims mental illnesses are being overdiagnosed by doctors. To view this video, please enable JavaScript and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5. Video. Up next, Health Secretary Wee Streeting has claimed doctors are overdiagnosing mental health conditions days after the government announced benefits cuts. Mr. Streeting made the claim as he appeared on the BBC's Sunday with Laura Kuenssberg program, saying too many people are being written off when they could potentially return to work. But Brian Dow, Deputy Chief Executive of the Rethink Mental Illness charity, said many with long-term mental health issues face a tremendous struggle to get a diagnosis and treatment in the first place. He told Metro, "The crisis in the nation's mental health is very real, but no one is in receipt of welfare benefits for a mental health condition who has not been diagnosed by an experienced healthcare professional." On Tuesday, Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall is expected to announce reforms to benefits to cut the country's unsustainable welfare bill. Speculation has mounted that personal independence payments, PIP, could be frozen instead of rising in line with inflation, which would result in a real terms cut for the 3.6 million people who claim it. Asked about this speculation, Mr. Streeting said to wait for the plans to be announced next week, adding he is sure Ms. Kendall wants to support people who need help the most. Mr. Streeting also said he believes there is an overdiagnosis of mental health conditions leading to too many people being written off as unable to work. He said, "I want to follow the evidence, and I agree with that point about overdiagnosis. Here's the other thing, mental well-being, illness, it's a spectrum, and I think definitely there's an overdiagnosis, but there's too many people being written off, and, to your point about treatment, too many people who just aren't getting the support they need. So, if you can get that support to people much earlier, then you can help people to either stay in work or get back to work. And that's why we're recruiting 8,500 more mental health staff to make sure we can get the waiting list down. And also starting early, so making sure we've got mental health support in every primary and secondary school in the country, so we can give people that resilience and those coping skills they need in life. There's been a significant rise in people receiving health-related benefits since the coronavirus pandemic. There are 4 million 64-year-old claiming either disability or incapacity benefits, up from 2.8 million in 2019. A study from the Institute of Fiscal Studies, IFS, found that more than half of that rise is due to more claims relating to mental health or behavioral conditions. It found 1.3 million people claim disability benefits primarily for mental health or behavioral conditions, 44% of all claimants. A recent Department for Work and Pensions survey suggests 86% of incapacity and disability benefit claimants report having a mental health condition, even if it is not their primary condition. The report also found 13–15% of the working-age population reported a long-term mental or behavioral health condition in the latest data, which is up from 8–10% in the mid-2010s. There's been a 12% increase in people in England receiving antidepressants since 2019, and 36% more people were using mental health services in 2024 compared to 2019. Campaigners have urged the government not to cut PIP, saying it would only serve to push disabled people into poverty. One claimant with MS told the MS Society the prospect of cuts scares the hell out of me. They added, "Even with my husband's income and my PIP payments, our finances just disappear each month." The SNP said PM Keir Starmer should apologize to disabled people for allowing damaging speculation to run wild about the party's benefit plans. Kirsty Blackman, the party's work and pensions spokeswoman, said any planned cuts to disability payments should be abandoned, and she accused Labour of deliberately fueling speculation in the media about its intentions. Mr. Streeting's comments have been met with criticism, with fellow Labour MP Diane Abbott saying, "Streeting talking about overdiagnosis of mental health illness is a clue that government plans to scrap the welfare payments of very many of the mentally ill." The news comes following further announcements that Labour will scrap NHS England to reduce bureaucracy within the health service. Today, he acknowledged that thousands of people could lose their jobs and said he was deeply sorry that many people would be feeling deeply anxious about their futures. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. Era. More, doctors said not to worry about my daughter's seizures. Now she's gone. Era. More, Casualty star reveals one thing he changed about new character Flynn. Era. More, the little-known side effect of a procedure 50,000 women have every. Straight-talking analysis from Westminster, straight to your inbox. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.